Hello, welcome back to Guardian Football. I'm Andy Brassell and I'll be going through the best of the Liga this week, as I do every week, and a lot to look back on from this weekend's action. Firstly, there's Barcelona's new midfield star. There's Real Madrid going crazy on the northwest coast in La Coruña, and on the opposite side in the east we've got contrasting emotions for Valencia and Villarreal. Now, Rakitić was absolutely outstanding in Barcelona's 5-0 demolition of Levante, the bottom club, who still don't have any respite. He didn't just score his first goal for Barcelona, a brilliant strike from outside the box, but he was really useful at the other end of the pitch as well. When it was still 0-0, Jeremy Mathieu made an error that could have been punished by Jose Morales, but in fact Rakitić came back into his 6-yard box to clear the danger. He's going to be useful at both ends, and the money he's provided has been useful for Sevilla, who earlier on won 3-1 at Cordoba after having a really difficult, exacting Europa League game in the week against Feyenoord. They were able to make a few little changes with the strength in depth they've brought. So Stefan Mbia, Ever Banega and Gerard Deulofeu were all on the bench. So everyone's happy with this one. Now, no doubt about the result of the Real. I thought 8-2 for Real Madrid, and really deserved. They were fantastic against a very poor Deportivo La Coruña side. But a slightly misleading statistic has come out post-match with Javier Hernandez, who scored the last 2 goals. Benzema's record, only 1 every 318 this season. But that's not really the whole story. Benzema's survived so long at Real Madrid because he's a linking player. It's something that Chicharito can't do, and Benzema was really key. It was 36 minutes before Real Madrid broke through, and he was key in creating goals number 2 and 3. So even though Chicharito got those fine finishes that were real icing on the cake for Real Madrid's afternoon, there's no doubt who Carlo Ancelotti's real number 9 is. Now, Granada finished Sunday night in 4th place in La Liga, a tremendous result for them on Saturday. Joaquin Caparrós taking them back to his former club, Athletic Bilbao, to get a tremendous win in a real smash and grab style that's typical of him. He does provide really strong, well-organised, physically tough sides, and it was the same again at San Mamés, which, as he acknowledged post-match and as he knows so well, having been there for 4 years, is a very, very difficult place to play and get a result, with John Cordoba getting the winning goal. Another good cornerstone of Caparrós' work is that he does so well with young players as well. He's bringing through a few, including the French fullback Fouquier, who was a French under-20 World Cup winner, of course, in 2013. So looking good for Granada's future with the right man in charge. Everything going well on the pitch for Valencia, but how much longer, you do wonder, because there was news coming out this week that Peter Lim, their prospective owner, it still turns out, has not yet completed his takeover because he's still yet to come to an agreement with the major creditor of the club, Bankia, who are owned tens of millions. And this prohibits Valencia from building into the future. It stops them buying players in future transfer windows. Of course, they've survived on loans, mainly from Lim's company, Meriton, so far. And that it stops them from going on and building the new Mestalla and selling the old one. So Valencia fans have been let down so many times before, and they're really worried that it might happen again. It is now officially the season of the 2-goal comeback after Real Sociedad came back from 2 down to beat Real Madrid. The other week it was the turn of Villarreal this weekend. They came back to beat Real Vallecano 4-2, and it was an incredible comeback, not just because of the opposition, even though Real are a good side, but because Villarreal had been to Borussia Mönchengladbach on Thursday for a very, very tough Europa League game and brought back a 1-1 draw with Ikuchukwueche's goal. This time it was Luciano who scored the 2 goals that got them through the game. Denis Chirichev, the young Russian striker, was the real standout, but all the props have to go to Marcelino, the coach, who's done such a brilliant job there to get his men up and firing again so quickly. So those were my moments of La Liga this weekend. Tell me yours. Do you think Real Madrid will be able to keep it up against stronger opposition than Dep, or what do you think the future holds for Valencia, or anything else you wish to discuss in the comments section below? Don't forget to click to subscribe, and don't forget to join us later in the week for the next episode, because of course there's going to be a whole midweek programme of fixtures, so plenty to discuss.